Alright guys, it's true. It is absolutely true that Kevin's game is cursed because apparently it deleted my entire game.prefs file, which I am never forgiving it for. There it is. We have got the build power upgrade and the storage upgrade. I forgot to turn pre-build on, so unfortunately we do not have all factions, but we do have the aforementioned mods. So this is Phantom X. As I mentioned just a bit ago, basically Phantom X boils down to a murder party of sorts. You have to kill whoever is the Phantom, but you don't know who the Phantom is, which is a bit of an issue. We're going to have to build transports, absolutely. So an air factory, we're going to upgrade to T2 with you. You are going to go T2 and build, no you're not either, no, no, no. You're going to build transport and then 5 engineers. You're going to assist that. I do so dearly love the storage mod. It is so very nice. We're going to build a T2 PGen and then do this kind of thing. Cool beans. We'll get it set out pretty easily. Other than the fact that we're going to stall at that point, we're going to stop you and just focus on finishing the T2 PGen. I miscalculated my storage. Well, that was a brutally bad start to a highly technically glitched game. But hopefully my game.prefs file will be salvageable, and then I'll be able to move on with my life. Too lazy to expand past Murica. Welp, then you're going to die in Murica. Alright, we're gonna drop you off there. Actually, no, we're gonna drop you off there. We're gonna drop you off way over here. This is a fairly decently large map, so that is a thing. Grab those two. Wowzers! I actually do not have enough power to finish off all of the mass that I have, which is quite interesting. We're going to... Nope! None of my hotkeys are saved. Dang it! This is bad. There we go. Reset view. And we gotta go over here. There we go. And transport. No! We are preempted. Alright, we gotta drop there. Drop quick. Drop quick. Got a transport going up that way. Gotta go get that up. Really missing my hotkeys. Never thought I'd say that, but I am. And then we are going to stop you and build another transport. It's a mad dash for the mass extractors. That is what it is. Hey, look, there's actually snowy trees up there to designate the changing terrain. That's pretty cool. That's honestly pretty cool. All right, so we're going to run back here. You, my friend, are going to make another T2 PGen because our needs are very large indeed, and I do not have a game.prefs file. So no templates for Brink. That is going to be a very, very extreme handicap. Let me see if I can just save a template anyway. I bet that's exactly what it did, is it broke my prefs file. Ah, I do have a template.
System enabled.
I just have to make it first. And you need to stop. Alright, what other mass extractors have not been claimed? Everything has been claimed. So all of these engineers are not actually going to do me any good, other than flying one right up here and grabbing this little mass extractor way up here. Why am I on the same continent as the most greedy person on Earth? Well, that I cannot answer for you. Good luck, though. You are going to need it. Okay, so we got the storages going down. We got the mass extractor upgrade I think I triggered. Yes, right over there. We're going to do another mass extractor upgrade there, which is immediately going to be followed up by a template of storages. Then we're going to have another upgrade over here, which is going to be immediately followed by a template of storages. What are you pinging? Yeah, you've got a few mass extractors, but I mean, no more than anybody else does. Go for that. Probably should not have started so many at once, but I think I'll be okay. Alright, so ACU is done building, no more of that. We're going to leave all of those alone. Looks like purple is going for one more mass extractor way up there to the far north. And we have got 3 minutes until the Phantom assignments, which is going to be interesting for sure. I have way too many transports. Okay, 4 engineers on the ACU. I've got 60 mass income. We have definitely got to pause some of this stuff. So pause you, and we'll leave you all building. There we go. Okay. Unpause now. Seeing as the others finish their job. We're going to need 1 more, probably 2 more E-gens, but I'm going to wait for just a minute to do those. Should I get T3? That is an interesting question. I think the answer to that is no, because I am already mass stalling. I should probably finish all of my mass extractors with T2 before I attempt such a thing. We're going to go T2, and we're going to go with a cap, because caps are awesome. And we are going to go T2 on both of you. Assist, assist. 3 phantoms for sure. And cap all of you off. So 3 phantoms, 1 paladin, 4 innocents. As is the case with all phantom games, you win if you are a phantom by killing everyone else, and you win if you are an innocent when all of the phantoms are dead. Those are your win conditions. That is it. So we're going to need a land factory by each and every one of these, and we'll upgrade those when the time comes in order to provide support units. And I'm kind of nervous about the fact that there's a naval factory up there, and that this map is not the biggest thing on the face of planet Earth. So even though you would think that you were protected being in the middle of a continent, you are going to be in reach of the longest reaching naval vessels, which there are going to be torrents, since that is an Aeon factory. So then, let's go ahead for the T3 upgrade. Probably going to bottom out my power, but I do have the storage for it. And notify is not working. Fan-freaking-tastic. I would like to increase my chances of being a phantom. Thank you. This is going to be a, what do you call it? A cacophony of bad things happening to me. Salvation spam, I might not have the chance. We will have to see how it goes. Okay, so T2 Gen going down. That's going to be 3. We might need 1 more, actually. Yes, we will. So we're going to build another right there. Please and thank you. Many thank yous. And we probably also need to get our home base online. Okay, so we're going to build that, which is going to go T2 and T3, and build some T3 engineers. And you, my friend, are now ready for the inevitable resource allocation upgrade. AK is already done with his ARAS. That is brutal. He went for ARAS over capping his storages, so that is understandable. And we are mass stalling like crazy, which is not quite so understandable, but I do know why it is happening. We're going to come back up here. We are going to wait for the ACU to finish before we reclaim the T2 gens. And that's close enough. Reclaiming, reclaiming. That is the name of the game. Okay, so the extra mass is going to come in handy. We are 1,000 power in advance of our needs, which means that we actually don't have enough power between resource allocation and 1 T2 gen. So thankfully it is going to upgrade quicker than that. Okay, good dealio. Greenland is not looking very green at the moment. Actually, it is looking very green. That is the exact opposite of the pun that I was wishing to make. Greenland is very icy, but it is occupied by a green person, so I suppose you could go a multitude of directions with this. And I have epically failed at telling a joke. I should never, ever, ever try this again, ever in a million years. The buck stops at bad puns. Other than that, I am just going to screw myself over. Alrighty then, so we're going to go that way. Who is Cybran? Purple is Cybran. Purple has got a lot of stuff. He has got a terrifying amount of economy, and he is named Janus, which means that I need to be aware of the fact that he is probably going to pull off some shenanigans. So I'm going to move right down here and telemaser-proof my commander, because that is probably the direction he is going with his upgrades. Not exactly a friendly thing to do there, good sir. Let me inform you that I am going to stop you. So we're going to go T2, 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 and then we're going to build some of these lovely little T1 point defense, which are just so fantasticals at getting things dead, namely commanders that teleport in too close. So that's a thing. We're going to get that done, and we're going to get this done. No matter which way he teleports in, he is going to be dead meat. Then we're going to get in a couple of SAMs all the way around. Probably need to move you in there. Go. Symmetricality, folks. Symmetry saves lives. That is all there is to it. We do, however, need to finish this T3 Mex upgrade. Because T3 Mexes are love and T3 Mexes are life. Life, its freaking self. Okay, we can get rid of those. We can... my Control K, my instantaneous Control K does not work. No! Alright, this game is going to be even worse than I anticipated. Control K. Wait for the timer, and then when it finishes taking forever to do, then it will complete. Alright, we're going to go T3. All of my T1 factories, we are going to go support and support. We're ready to crank out some units whenever the need may come. And we're going to wait for that to go T3 before we start any other upgrades. Though that was actually not done going to T3, but now it is. So we're fine and dandylicious. We're going to go T3 on you, and you guys, we're going to reclaim. So hopefully do a little keeping up with our mass needs, then do that. Sweetness. Alright, who is doing what? We've got some T3 air production online for Chief Jaguar, and of course on a map this big, we have got to get some T3 air up. There is no excuse not to. Pretty much guarantee that Janus, if he is not a Phantom, he is probably the Paladin because he has got way too much stuff online. Red is doing pretty well for himself as well, although not exceptionally. I don't think AK is a threat. The inhabitant of Australia has all T3 mechs. That is probably a Phantom. And light green. No, dark green. That is dark green. Okay, so he has a T3 naval factory, which makes me kinda nervous, to be honest. That is a problem. We're going to get that done, and then we are going to go for a nuke defense. Right there. Good dealio. Alright, so that's done. We got T3 mechs done. We can go T3 mechs right here, which is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Get rid of you. And we can go for a double here. Ding, ding. And then we got those T3s out there. But I'm not going to T3 that as well right off the bat, because that would be very, very irresponsible of me. Alright, so we got that done, and then I'm going to build a T3 P-Gen right up here. Right there, actually. And then we're going to build a T3 shield. Crap. I'm going to build it right there so that I only lose one of my potential fabricators. Then we're going to go full fabricator farm, which unfortunately I cannot do with a template at the moment. But I will sure as hell make the template in just 1 second. Alright, so that's a thing. That is also a thing. And that is also a thing. Cool, beanie weenie scallopinis. So after I get all that done, I should probably also build another T3 P-Gen right over there. Come back down into my Fortress of Solitude. And then I'll start air production at some point in the very near future. Got all of my T3 mechs online over there, so we're going to go T3 here. Ding, ding. And we're going to make a T3 NG, 5 Harbies, 2 mobile missile launchers. Or not mobile missile launchers, mobile SAMs, and a shield. We're going to do that here as well. So ding, 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 and ding. That is just a nice little rounded out force that will be able to deal with any light rating that is taken. So let's go ahead and get back over here. We can go for our very localized mass fabs and make ourselves a template, which we will then use to lay on here. And mass fab manager is also not working, so we're gonna have to be careful about that. Let's go make some E3 P-Gens, and then we'll make some air factories in there. Just like so. And you, my friend, can also go for some mass fabs, because mass fabs are love and life and happiness and everything like that. Okay, that one. And go for that. Good dealio. And you as well, good sir. And maybe even you as well. Man, these old hotkeys and lack thereof really throwing me for a trip. It's like playing on freaking Steam. What are we, savages? And I totally started my mass fab off on the wrong side. Now I got that janky over to the edge laydown of my mass fab. We also need more P-Gens because obviously more P-Gens is better. So we're going to do a P-Gen followed by a P-Gen followed by a not a P-Gen because red spot and a T3 shield. Is that actually a hill? That is a freaking mountain range. And I did not even see it. I guess that's the Himalayas? It's probably the Himalayas. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so my power levels are rising rapidly. That is good. Very good indeed. And we need to take all of these off of repeat so that they do not continually build all the things, because that is what is stalling out my eco so bad. We're going to stop that. Good, good. And then once you guys have completed all of that, we're going to go T3 in the middle one. Do that. And my patrol hotkey also does not work. So there we go. You, my friends, are going to go start me a super eco. So we need to cap that little son of a gun. And then we need to build one of these, followed by one of these, and one of these. And then we'll go back and assist that in just a momento. So we're going to make 5 T3 engineers, with which we will make more build power. Yes, the broadswords, the infamous broadswords. That's okay, though. We will make an exceptional... Why did you stop? Ah, because of the hotkey that I use not actually being stop, or patrol, but being stopped. So I just need to take all of my fingers off of all of the hotkeys and just totally forget about this nonsense. There we go. Now you're good. You can go T2, support, and as soon as he is done with T3, we'll go T3. We may not actually start air production quite yet, but we will go for some T3. Okay, we would also love to have just a few of our air staging facilities because we are inevitably going to run out of some fuel. So we're going to make 8 right here, right now, so that we don't forget, and then we'll come back down here. And you fine fellas, you're going to make some T3 factories. Because we can build a hell of a lot of units out of a handful of T3 factories. That is faux show, as they say. So we've got air coming out over here. We've got the masterfully great economy coming up as well. We need to get some resource allocation. SACUs rocking. Fan-freaking-tastic. That is good, good, good. And plenty of forces to keep everything safe. Alright, so we have officially crossed the edge of what is sustainable. I think we can take a hit from just about anybody and not have to worry about it too terribly much. And now we just need to focus on getting into fighting shape. And I think the best answer for that is going T3 and upping the ante on air. Because air is going to be vital on a map of this scale. It's a big one, guys. A really big one. So we are going to need to do our dangdest not to die. Let's build some more T3 P-gens, which will definitely help in that direction. Not directly, but indirectly, of course. We're going to do that. Then we're going to go for a nuke defense, followed by some shielding. There we go. And one over the middle. I think that should do fine for our air facilities. Okay, as you can see, our production is freaking huge. So we're not going to have to worry about getting trounced in air for very long. We are going to need a Omni sensor, though. That is definitely a vital one. We're going to build one there. And then cap it around with some T1 P-gens to reduce the energy consumption. Of course, we are running plus 13k at the moment. Not a huge deal, but we do need that extra out there just in case. Let's see, we got 2 air scouts currently, and nobody has broken, so I think we're fine. Broadswords, not a huge issue, honestly, so no big dealio there. Not anything too terrifying looking coming from Nominamanandum quite yet. Janus scaling up actually to a terrifying degree. He has got a T3 factory for the build power, along with a pile of hives, which are assisting it and making a very, very, very large navy. Can I actually... The rest of it's so accurate. Why don't you have water in the Straits of Gibraltar? No, that's not the Straits of Gibraltar. Hold on. That's the Straits. I'm geographically confused, but I know that these two bodies of water are connected. You even have water in the English Channel. Look at this. Look, a frigate can get through that. Why did you not have water right there? Oh well. No, we're not going to ring the radar with Paragons. That's just dumb. I am, however, going to mass build Harbies, which are going to be freaking awesome. There we go. 700 mass in the hole, because that's the way we like to live, right? Right. Probably want a T3 mass fab to help burn some of this power. We're going to build one right there. There we go. And I definitely have the superior air force on my side of the map. Green has started ringing his in with some reinforcements. I am already up to 111. It looks like he has around 50 to 60. But I think I've definitely got the upper hand here. And also those. Yeah, we got a lot of forces coming in. Okay, so I should probably build a Paragon, honestly. Let's do a Paragon. I think we should probably let this load first. You guys assist that, then go back to assisting. Thank you. And let's do a Paragon. Actually, we should do a T3 shield first. T3 shields are nice. And then let's stall ourselves the hell out. As if I wasn't mass stalled enough already. 33,000 power in the positive. A lot of that is because I'm stalling out to a degree where my air factories aren't really kicking in anymore. So that is a thing. I think that I am going to break with purple and have some fun. He's got some T2. Let's move all these guys over here. Yeah. Alright, we got the GC on this side, but honestly, I've got so many Harbingers at this point, it doesn't even matter. There is no way that he can beat this out. Yes, that is correct. I am building a Paragon. You are kill on sight. That's not very nice. That's not very nice at all. I'm gonna move all of my SACUs down here, and I'm actually going to... Actually, let's reclaim this. Let's reclaim this. We're gonna do it up on this side. Because I don't want... I do not want to have a Paragon right next to my Fortress of Solitude. I want to keep my ACU safe. We're going to leave that one reclaiming, which is going to boost up our economy a little bit, actually. And I would like you to start building the Paragon now. That would be amazing. And you assist him. Good. Good dealio. Alright, so got multiple GCs going down. I don't think that a full frontal assault at this particular moment is wise. What kind of range have I got on my T2 artillery? Quite a bit, actually. Let's do this. We can freaking wreck this base. Nice. This is a little bit disconcerting. I'm gonna put a T3 shield down here just for the memories, even though they're not so good. And let's go. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill him. He's got missile ships. Crap. If I break with him, I'm gonna get really screwed. Okay, we're just gonna rush it in. When he breaks, hopefully we'll be close. Alright, attack. Sequentially, the Galactic Colossus is, and then move on in. And he is running into the Galactic Colossus and running into the Harbies and not standing back at range, which is a huge mistake. So we are going to be able to absolutely trounce the GCs. He is now turning his back to most of them. We're just going to run in. We're going to run in. That is exactly what we're going to do. Run in and Shift G. There we go. That is exactly what we want and need. Get in there. Goodbye, Galactic Colossus. You will not be missed. Shift G it out. And we're moving. Run it on in there, guys. Run it on in there. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, it looks like the other GC did not get up. They're trying to build point defense. But obviously, this many Harbingers is going to be a serious issue for point defense. Not good, not good, not good. We need shielding. We need shielding fast. Torrents are brutal. They really are. Okay, so the Harpies are winning out. Not even slowly but surely. They're just straight up winning out. That's good. I'm gonna mow right on through this base and right onto the ACU. Do I need... I do not, actually. I do not need to make any air, I don't think, because I don't think the ACU will be able to escape me. It might run to the ends of the earth, but that will not be far enough. The Harpies will find him. And they will kill him. Mercilessly. Run, little Harpies. You got this. I love all the detonations in the bank, in the base there. Freaking fantastic. We need a very large supply of PMD. That is what we need. No, don't let him get away. Not quite in range of the Riptides. That's not good. Alright, so we're gonna stop all of you. Stop and go Torps right over here. Do that. And patrol. Somebody else. Looks like White is coming up with a couple of SACUs. I see you over there, you little calm. Running for the water. Running like a madman. Need to go over there with the Torps. Oh man, going after my outlying eco. That's not very nice. I see that build power and that Maybor. All right, we got a Paragon going down over there. Who's UEF? Jaguar is building a Maybor. That is really, really bad. All right, Harpies, get in there. We got to get the ACU. He's just got so many freaking torrents is the problem. Go over here and assist this. Yeah, you can reach. Cool. All right, we got to save up the Torps. Simply not working out for me. Why are you not attacking? That's what I don't understand. Alright, all that's gone. I can keep my eco now. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, so shield is fine. We've got Torrent holding everything off. So no worries there. We got one mass extractor over here, which is providing the economy for all of this other stuff going on. We need to get in here with the Harbingers. Shift G. Awesome. And then as soon as he dips into the water, we got to hit him with the Torps. Is basically how this goes. We've also got a few down here we need to take care of. Soul Ripper's up there. Yes, I see it. All right, here comes our chance. Gonna hit him from the backside. Boom! That's exactly what we need right there. Oh look, I can go kill the Sams with the Harpies. Oh no, you're not. You're not dancing your way out of this one. It's not happening. I am going to kill you. I'm going to kill all of your Sams, and then you're not going to be able to kill my Torps, and then you're either going to have to be in the water or on the shore, and you can't be both. Come on, Harpies, you got this. Also, things are starting to look sketchier over here, so I need them dead, because there's way too many torrents for this to be healthy. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Move on in. Move on in. Alright, Harpies need to come up here now. We're going to take all of you. Go there. You guys, we're going to rebuild. So we need a T3 followed by that, and then that. And my T3 NG up here is still alive, amazingly enough. Oh, holy crap. That one shield, all of my hopes and dreams rest in that shield. That was a fast little ACU. How'd you get over there so quick? We gotta run him down, guys. We gotta run him down. You know, I could just use all of my Torp Bombers on this. But then they would be away from him, and I want them to be over by him. Alright, so all of you, we're going to go back to making ASF. Piling them up right there. You're about halfway to a Paragon by now. Probably about the same as he is. My balance with Nominamanandum has been broken, which means that there are strats. Lots and lots and lots of strats. Thankfully, though, I do, in fact, have a lot of ASF. So I should be able to kill that without a single problem. Run, ASF, run! We gotta kill that son of a gun. Of course, there's cruisers over there as well, and of course he has ASF. So that is a thing. Oh, look! Missiles colliding with ASF in the air. Interesting. Very interesting. Not too thrilled with the fact that apparently... There we go, all of his stuff finally KO'd. Cool beans. Was waiting for that. Looks like I got strats from both ways. Not particularly good for me. We're going to build a lot of SAMs right there. We're going to build some SAMs over here. I got 183 ASF. I'm not actually sure how this one's going to turn out. We're just going to do that right there. And we're going to take all of you. I'm down here. Oh, it looks like green's helping me. What? Green must be Fanty.
Strategic launch detected.
Nice. Saving my buttocks. That is glorious. Alright, now that we've attack moved, we can not scatter anymore. Looks like gray is scattering now, though. Not good. Not good. I really screwed up that turn. Holy crap. Lost all of my air. Okay, so that means that we now need a SAM shield in between my base and those strat bombers, which I think I can provide rather quickly with those. And we're going to do this right here. Good, good, good. Alright, I need T3 back up in here as quickly as possible. Alright, I am so glad I didn't go after Skin Master first. That would have been embarrassing. So the strats are going back. That's good. That is very, very good indeed. Okay, so we've got the nuke defense is fully loaded. I have got not a thing in the world to worry about. That is actually pretty awesome. One strat bomb collided with the shield. Kind of sucks, but not the end of the world by any means. We're going to actually, no, you're going to continue on. We're going to patrol these up here to get all of this mass back. We're going to send a couple of our T3 NGs over this way. They're going to rebuild. Oh, crap. No hotkeys. You see that? I'm clicking in and doing things faster than my hotkeys would generally, or as fast as my hotkeys would generally allow me to. And that, in turn, is losing my commands because the hotkeys don't actually take effect. I hear my SAMs triggering, is why I'm looking. SAMs triggering are not good. Aw, why am I the one who has to die? That's not very nice. Alright, we're gonna go and take out these guys. Yay! Because awesome fun! Super happy fun times, y'all! Alright, so we gotta not kill Green because he was nice to us. At least at first. We might kill him last. But yeah, if we get the Paragon up, this is gonna be a whole new ball game. No doubt about it. We need also to do preventative versus telecom. So we're going to take all of these Harbies and we're going to pile them right on top. We're going to go Shift G. There we go. Is done, I say. Yeah, I see it. Yes, and why, yes, I do have some Torp bombers over there. I desperately need a good air turn here. So we're going to do that. Sweet! That is exactly what I would call a good air turn. Alright, here comes the strats. Oh, crap. We are on the wrong side for this. Build a T3 shield and build it fast. And they're going for my commander. I got this. I got this. Chill out, man. Oh! Crash damage on the commander. Okay, so I just about lost all of the Torps, which is very unfortunate indeed. But now we've got air. It's a Paragon UEF dick race. Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Alright, so all this is going well. We've got all our reclaim up. That's good. We're going to grab our guys up here. We're going to go Paragon. And Paragon is not quite up for them, which is kind of a surprise, honestly. But once we get ours up, we are definitely going to absolutely trounce the competition because we're going to have way more build power. We actually need to start reclaiming a pretty good swath of this. We're going to build T2 engineers, which are going to reclaim every tree clump in 100 miles of that location. Because we need the clear build space. That is exactly what we need. And you, my friend, are going to go suck up a few battleships worth of mass. So that we can then... Actually, they're torrents. Torrents worth of mass. So that we can then... finish our Paragon faster. Oh, look! Battleship gonna die, man! Yeah, huge thank you to Green. I totally forgot that I had torque bombers also building on these. So I was building every other one ASF torque bomber. I was wondering why I didn't have very many ASF. And that, my friends, is the answer. So let's go claim that and then go grab a couple of these. Because you can never have too much mass. Even when you have a Paragon, you can never have too much mass. It just is not a thing. Come on, guys. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Go down there and reclaim where you're supposed to. Or not. That's totally cool, too. Alright, there goes the battleship. Go kill all of these. Hopefully in the proper order. The Mavor is very nearly up, which is not particularly great for me. But I do have a T3 shield over it with an absurd number of SACUs nearby with which to assist it. So I shouldn't have to worry, I don't think. You guys, as soon as this is done, you're going to assist that. And then you are going to go straight salvations. Because salvations, yo, are the key to our salvation, yo. Alright, almost there, guys. Almost there. Paragon is second target. Mavor is first target. The way it's got to be. Boy, howdy, is it going to be good. Although, he may build multiple salvations as well. So, I don't want to take too long. Let's go ahead. Let's see how long it takes the first salvation to get up. We may need to go for the other Paragon, honestly. Because I can keep all of my shielding online in here for quite some time with some assistance micro. We're going to put the T3 in the middle where they can reach all of the shielding. And we'll basically just, as the Mavor shields or shells are coming in, we're going to figure out where exactly we need the heaviest amount of shielding. Alright, Salvation. How quick you going to build, man? How quick you going to build? We actually need another Salvation. Are you the only one? We're going to take you guys. I'm going to go over here. And we are going to build another Paragon. Right there. We're going to build a shield next to it. We're going to build some SND on that son of a gun. We're going to build some T2 point defense up in that. Maybe even some SAMs. And then we're going to stand right next to it. Coolio, yo. Alright, we got to get some SAMs up there. We got to get some SAMs over here. Got to get some SAMs over there, and most importantly, over there. Alright, we got enough Harbingers to freaking rule the world now. We're going to stop our production of that. Because we just have entirely too many Harbies. Way too many Harbies. We are, however... Yep. We just lost our main shielding on the Paragon. Not good, not good, not good. Finish it. Go for the para. Alright, we got our shielding up. So we're good. Build this one. Thank you. Yeah, he is just cramming in T3 already. We have actually got to have some more assistance on this, or we are going to be royally screwed. You have actually reduced my shield to nothing in one hit. I think I may have been outplayed, guys. May have been outplayed. In fact, I am pretty sure I've been outplayed. Dang it. Oh, that was hit hard. Good Lord almighty, that's bad. Alright, come on, you got this. We gotta break it, and break it now, or we lose. We just gotta make the mother of all T3 shield spams, is basically what this boils down to. And hope that they build quicker than they go down. Because otherwise, like I said, we are royally screwed. At least these are building quickly. That is the one advantage here. We're actually going to assist with all of these T2 engineers. And we are probably going to... Yes, we are going to bottom out the Paragon. Oh, good Lord. We need that other Paragon online. Because we're about to not have enough mass even with 2 Paragons. Alright, Salvations are pounding away. I don't think it is as of yet gone down, but it has as of yet gone down. But we are definitely hitting it hard. Let's build an optics center here. Can you do that for me, little bro? I would greatly appreciate it. Oh crap! Oh crap! No! He freaking got it! Ah! No! Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad, guys. That is not what we want to see at all, in the slightest. That means that we now do not have enough of any resource to finish this thing. Yeah, we're going to lose our salvations now. And then we are going to lose the game. I don't think that I can even hope to get this stuff off the ground. We need to get you guys and reclaim that right freaking now. You guys, we need a T3 shield right now. Right there. Please, before the arty starts raining down. That's all I'm asking for. There we go. Okay. Is the double salvation enough punch to actually take out the Paragon? If it is, we might still salvage this. I just don't know that it is, absolutely. Take a gander. Still all shielding up. And some of the bubbles are falling, but it's going to take quite a few volleys to bury this thing. They're building a lot of shields over here. Holy crap. And that is a lot of emissaries. Run, little man, run! You got no hope. Need to get the Harpies out. And we need to get the ASF out. Try to save as much as we can alive. Our other Paragon is building rather nicely here. We need to assist that like there is no tomorrow, because there is not. And I don't think we're actually going to be able to break that. I don't think we can. Dang it all. That was brutal. Alright, so purple and green are engaged at the moment. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, he's just got too much shielding. I wonder if we can kill his build power slash other artillery. That would be an interesting experiment. Yeah, his front side shields are coming up faster than we're taking out the other shielding. Dang, I under-anticipated the amount of damage coming in from those emissaries.
Strategic launch detected.
Basically what this boils down to. Alright, Salvations, you gotta dig me out of this hole. I've got 2 of you. Apparently, Brink's not allowed to have a Paragon, but White is. Somebody tell me what that's all about.
Commander under attack.
And I am screwed in more ways than one. Alright, Jonas is a Phantom. Purple. Called it. So many Soul Rippers. Good Lord Almighty. Kill that and that. If I build power around the Paragons, they will fire faster. Probably yes, but at the moment I have shielding around them, and I think that is much more important at the moment. So we're going to do it that way. Build some more shielding. There's more shielding. Always more shielding. No Fear has broken the alliance. Well, not like I was relying on him anyway.
Commander under attack.
Skin Master. Where is Skin Master? Where's Phantom number 3? Is Skin Master a Phantom? Oh, crud. Please overcharge. Please. Freaking overcharge. No! 200 health left. 2 freaking 100 health. He survived that overcharge by. 3 more. No, it would have been more than that because my ACU explosion is 2,500. Never mind. Yep, Skin Master. Skunk Master. Skunk Master, not Skin Master. Skunk Master is also a Phantom. What is that? Galactic Colossus. And Red has a Paragon too. Really now? Really? Really? So this person and this... Oh, wow. Yo, bro, you got some nukes there, don't you? Where are you going with that? Looks like Red maybe with the Paragon? Oh, Gray is straight up dropping the base here. There's no Sams in the base. Oh no, is he going after Red? No, he's going after Green. What the hell? So much stuff going on here. Green is under a massive amount of fire from Red as well. This one rapidly degraded into an artillery war. Wowzers. He's even building Paragons for the other guys. That is thinking ahead, man. Look at the banks of salvations he's got up in here. 5 nukes at a time. It does not look like he has that much nuke defense. Oh! Dude, it's gonna hit! No! It's canceled. Never mind. 4 nuke defense in the back, but there's another 5. The front nuke defense are depleted. That means he's got, at most, 4 nuke defenses loaded, because 1 more will load before they get there. All being perfect. And there were 3 in the chamber if it already had 7. That is also a lot of Salems.
Strategic launch detected.
That is a pile of Salems. Good Lord Almighty, that's bad. There goes a nuke launch on Jaguar. Apparently he is having faith that those nukes are going to hit. I don't know if he's correct in that assumption. There could be more nuke defense in the back. So there's a potential he could have lost it by doing that. There's 1 loaded. There's a nuke defense here, which is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Yeah, he's got enough nuke defense now that 5 nukes ain't gonna cut it. So that is a distinct problem. Gray moving things up north, trying to build AA to help. Oh, his base is getting consumed down here. He is trying to get a presence established up here where he feels a little safer. These Salems are going to be a major issue. Like, I think a couple of GCs could be rushed and probably take out the whole mess, but they need to be dealt with. There are 2 GCs headed that way. As I'm saying this, why do I even bother? Tursto just kind of chilling out in Australia down there. Let's see what he's got. Oh, I did kill some stuff. Nice. He just built an absolutely ludicrous amount of shields. That's just horrible. Well, that was a good bet. Those nukes were a good bet after all, because it took a gaping chunk out of the middle of that base. There's a Paragon down here, which did not quite get caught up in the crossfire. Kind of a shame. And look at all of the nuke defense building there. Tons and tons of nuke defense. And Jonas is disconnected because he just got killed by artillery while I was fussing around with the things. So that was 4 emissaries, 5 emissaries, and 2 salvations. Yeah, there's not much that can stand up to that. There is literally no amount of shields that will hold up to that onslaught of Artie. I gotta give kudos to Tursto building the T3 Artie first, because those do build faster than the salvations. He was able to target them quicker and get that shot in on my Paragon that ended up ending it. So it was a good play. It really was. Oh my goodness, Skunk Master is getting toasty fried. So much Artie. 8 salvations. 8 freaking salvations. He must have been the paladin to get that kind of leg up. Good Lord almighty, that is a strong hit. Super strong, yo. That Maver's not going to finish. Telling you. Maver's not going to finish. Oh, man. Watching all the little yellow dots fly across the sky is kind of fun. Oh, look! T1 Bomber Apocalypse.
Strategic launch.
Totally the thing to do for Percival's. And nukes to clean it up. Well then, I think that's going to be the end. Was that a gift? Wait, what now? Oh, he has dropped in a pile of SACUs in one spot on the teleport. You can see the misshapen jumble and just speed building GCs. That is it, guys. That is the end of the Phantoms. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. And it's over. You got through the countdown that quick. You're a master. Alright guys, that is your Phantom fix. Gonna be a little bit before we get any more Phantoms up in this place because, yeah, games like this take up a pretty dang good amount of time. So, general things you need to know now that the stream and the recorded video is over for those of you who are watching later. Channel just crossed 5,000 subs. Whoop whoop. If you're watching the live stream, that's a little preemptive, but for the recorded version, this should release on the day after we get 5,000 up in here. Go check out the celebration video. The video itself, probably not the greatest. I did what I could, but you should totally check out the captions on it because they are unlocked and you can write whatever the hell you want to. in those bars. So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what you guys mark all over that video. That is going to wrap it up for us. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, for sticking around for 2 freaking years plus, tipping the channel over this milestone, and I'll see you in the next one.